All right, so let me ask y'all a question.
That's what you call
All right, so
unemployment.
let me ask you a question to make sense of this, right? So if you get offered a job and the job says we're gonna pay you 200 grand right now, and you've never gotten paid 200 grand for a job before, you're like, oh shit, 200, I'm gonna take that. Then you get on the job and you find out that everybody else there is getting 250. Did you settle? No, you didn't settle. You took the best option that you had on the table. You didn't know what the other options are. Now, if you took the 200 knowing that 250 was on the table, yes, that would count as settling. But being unaware that the base salary for this job is 250 and accepting 200, that's not settling. That's
And
not.
there ain't a man on this planet that doesn't know that money brings more options. Not one man on this planet doesn't know that money brings more options. We all know that, hey, later on I might be more attractive if I get more money. You know that you might get more looks, but you picked who you picked early on.
But just like Marcus said, it also brings bad options. So they may be making an unintelligent decision for some bad options.
There's one thing that you missed, Cloud. I get what you were saying, but you missed one important thing. There's a such thing. I agree. There's a such thing as what the job offers you, but you forgot what you qualify for, what your work experience and what your resume qualifies you for as far as a salary pay. Also, what your previous salary at the job you were before. You could have been making 200,000. I'll just put it at that. And the job that you're trying to go and get is 250,000. And you actually got the work experience and qualifications to move up to a $300,000 salary. If you choose that 200,000 salary, are you gonna sit here and tell me that you settled?
Bruiser, real quick, how would a man
get Shannon there, y'all? Got to get Shannon.
Keep the strictly relationship? How would a man not
Bruiser,
know?
You would have to.
How
know
would a man not know what? I want to hear this.
Hold on, Cloud. How would a man not know what woman he can pull?
How would a man not know?
Yes.
Not being able to understand the value in what he can offer a woman. Would you agree that a lot of men don't understand the value of what they can offer a woman at a young age? And I specifically, come on, man.
No.
At a young age, out here working.
I think a man knows
exactly where he's going out here working, and you get started. A lot of these guys do not understand the value they can offer, and not necessarily the value they can offer, the value they can get to, they can achieve to be able to offer at a later stage to get the woman they want.
You're talking about where they think they can go versus where they are right now.
It's not about where you think you can go.
No. You saying because you conflating two different things. I think most men know exactly where they are in the moment that they're in there. I think they know exactly what kind of woman they can get, exactly what kind of woman they can pull, exactly what options they have. We're not dumb.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the woman you want might not be in that threshold. The woman you want might be in the threshold of you having to go and do some work.
That may be fair, but that doesn't mean that you settle. You got what you
does mean if the woman you want is outside of the threshold that you're currently in, and you go and choose a woman at that threshold, you settle.
Well, not necessarily because you didn't do the work to get
settling is the wrong word. Bruiser. I get what you're saying, Bruiser, but I think you're saying that you missed your potential. I don't know if that's the same as settling, but I get what you're saying. A lot of men don't know what their true capability of, and so they don't know that they can attract what they want, right? So they might be like, yo, I really want that baddie from da-da-da-da, and they don't know they can really get it, so they settle for and the way you're looking at it is they're settling for the girl they get, right?
Right.
But in their mind, they're not settling. You get what I'm saying? In their mind, they're like, oh, I just got something, like she's popping because he doesn't know he's a 300 grand nigga. He's coming off a 200 grand job. So he like, yo, a 250 sound good to me. But what you're saying makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let Shannon go. The whole thing is being aware and understanding and knowing in the dating market, what do women want? What is in high demand? What do they want? Can you get there? Are the women that want that person, are those the same women that you want? And if that and those two things align, then what you do is you don't go out here and get there and just jump into a relationship. You go out here and you go grind and you go do the work and you get the woman that you want.
All right, we gotta go to Shan. We gotta go to Shan, Cloud. We gotta go to Shan.
Yeah, all right.
Go ahead, Shan.
Brothers heated for a icebreaker this morning. I mean tonight.
You gotta come
All
in.
right. Coming in hot. What up, Bruiser? Good to see you, bro. Are you rebranding? Are you no longer Bruiser? You Darwin now?
I mean,
what
y'all know me as Bruiser. Y'all can hold that. That's my nickname. I just like to use my name for the search algorithm for my YouTube channel purposes.
No, I'm gonna call you. We going if you getting rebranding.
Yeah, just call me Darwin. Yeah, call me Darwin.
There we go. From now on,
appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Mr. McPherson.
You're a Darwin as far as I'm concerned. Y'all out here arguing semantics, and I think we're misinterpreting some of the words, but I'm not about to jump into that argument. Y'all was going back and forth. Listen, are people settling with their relationships, or are they making an intelligent decision? Is the question JR asked. In my opinion, I think people are doing neither. Brothers, I don't think they're doing neither. I don't think people settle. We've talked about this before. I gave you guys a whole dissertation on it, I think, back then. So I'm not going to talk as long as I did. But people don't settle. You are not settling. You get what you qualify for. Settling is when you know you can and have the ability to do better, yet you consciously decide not to. And nobody does that.
Thank you.
You got two employers, man. One is offering you $70,000. The other one is offering you $50,000. The commute to work is the same distance. It's the same amount of work, same job you're doing. If you take the $50,000 just because, you settled. But if you know that they're one in the same, if you can get the 70 grand doing the same work, you're gonna take the 70 grand. And that's the same thing when it comes to relationships. First choice has little to do with it, bro. It's based on what you qualify for. And, you know, the second part is it's not even making an intelligent decision. And the problem with that is men have, in the last 100 years, been getting married for love. I'm going to bring it back to the original thing. So let's get it off the whole settlement argument. You know, they're not settling and they're not going for love either. Now here's what I wish. I wish they were making an intelligent decision. I wish men were. Marriage is a duty. It's a contract. Listen, all the single men watching this show, write yourself a contract before you get married. Marriage is a duty. In fact, the married men need to sit with their wives and rewrite their contract if you're interested in longevity. Trust me, twice married, twice divorced. Originally, marriage wasn't even about love. The original purpose of marriage was men sort of owned a woman to guarantee that his children were biologically his. It had nothing to do with love. Love came at the turn of the last century when they learned that they could monetize it. And we all fell for it, men and women alike. And now diamonds are a woman's best friend. Marriage is regulated by laws. It's a civil status. Listen, if you guys can understand that there's certain contractual obligations that you have to have until death do you part, and you treat your marriage like a corporation that you are entering with a partner to achieve a certain goal, you will succeed in marriage. Guaranteed. I was not taught that. I wish I was. If you go into marriage thinking that you guys going to be a power couple, you're going to do some of that Huxtable shit, you want to just fall in love and think y'all going to be loving each other all day, every day for the rest of your lives, you are in for a rude awakening. The moment that you realize that marriage is a duty, and that you have a contract to her, and she has a contract. I mean, you have a contractual obligation to her, and she has a contractual obligation to you, a duty that she should fulfill and one that you should fulfill, and that you guys work to make sure that you're doing your best to fulfill that every day until you die. Your marriage will last a lifetime. That's the intelligent part that a lot of people don't do, and I wish they did. And they certainly aren't settling, because people take the best they can at the time that they're at. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right.
Thank you, Shannon. Right again, 2 weeks in a row, bro.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Bruiser, aka Darwin.
No, I get what he's saying about the marriage thing, but my whole point was on the selection process, and the reason why I say you settle. I mean, I'm very clear on this. If you know that every man know that there's work to be done. There's room for improvement. And when you're going out here in a relationship and you begin to date, we get mad and we destroy women in these spaces for having the freaking audacity to step out and go and actually try their hand in the dating market, knowing there's room improvement. Shit, weight is one of them. We can say the same thing about men. Going out here and trying to date, knowing that they need to get their ass in the gym. And you gonna get in a relationship. You know for a fact, if you really actually go put the work in and make the improvements, the people that you attract and the women, the options that you're gonna be exposed to in the dating market is gonna be different. That's my whole point. Now, when you talk about the marriage and how you're supposed to be in marriage and how you're supposed to, honor it and all this other stuff and look at it as a duty, I agree with all that stuff, Shan. But we first got to get past that initial threshold, man. You actually got to go work on yourself. I tell young guys all the time that I talk to in the gym, bro, don't get in no damn relationship. You 23, bro, and you still got work to do. You got to go finish college. Then you got to go start a career. Now we got all these conversations about people outgrowing each other. They didn't know that they can get to this. You are on pace for that. So just wait, take your time. But if you already I don't know, it's complacent. You content with where you want to be at, then yeah, go ahead and choose you a woman. Go ahead and choose you a mate. But if you are on the grind, bro, it's best to just chill and sit back and watch your fruit grow. And then whenever it's time to go out here and choose a mate, you'll know that you getting the bang for your buck.